Living things. What do butterflies, fish, trees, humans, tigers, and flowers all have in common? It's not the way they look, as they all come in different shapes and sizes. It's not the way they move, as a butterfly flies and a fish swims. And it's not the spaces or environments that they live in, as tigers and humans don't live in the same space. All of these objects are living things. Living things all share common characteristics that make them living things. Let's take a closer look at what these characteristics are. The first characteristic that all living things have in common and share is the ability to grow and change. Humans start off as babies and grow into adults. Animals also grow and change. So for example, puppies grow into dogs. And plants start off as seeds, grow into sprouts, and then eventually grow into different flowers. This is a common characteristic between all living things. Another common characteristic that all living things share is the ability to move on their own. As humans, we can walk and run. Animals, for example, a cheetah runs when it's chasing its prey. And insects are able to crawl as they look for food. All living things have the ability to move on their own. But what about plants? Plants are living things. How do plants move on their own? So let's take a look at an example. A flower growing in a flower pot at home will grow straight up. However, if we take the same flower and put it on the windowsill, after a few days we will start to notice that the flower starts leaning towards the window. This is because flowers and plants need sunlight to grow. The sunlight is coming through the window, which makes the flower lean towards the window. This is an example of how flowers move. All living things cannot grow and change without food, water, and air. Humans and animals eat differently than plants. Plants need the sunlight to make their own food. We help them grow by watering them. Lastly, all living things must reproduce. That means humans and animals have babies. But plants are living things and reproduce as well. Plants start off as seeds that grow into trees that produce fruit. When the fruit are ready, we pick them, we take out the seeds and replant them to start the cycle again. This is the last characteristic that all living things share. All living things share common characteristics. We learn that they grow and change. We learn that living things are able to move on their own. All living things need food, water, and air. And lastly, all living things reproduce. I hope you had fun learning all about living things.